Well, it looks like even some of the most die-hard Chicago Bears fans and Caleb Williams fans alike are starting to admit it's time to have some tough and difficult conversations about their second-year quarterback out of USC, Caleb Williams. I mean, everybody who's watched my content knows I am very critical of this guy. This guy, I think he's trash. I think he does not belong as a starting quarterback in this league. I think there's talent to maybe one day be a starter, but right now, he's not close to a starting quarterback. He's so raw. I mean, you can't even say he's inexperienced because, I mean, he's had plenty of starts. He's had over 20 starts in this league, and he's looked overwhelmed in basically every single one of them. He looked overwhelmed against the worst, points per game allowed defense in the NFL. Zachary Orr, the worst coordinator that's still currently employed, a defense that, is playing, under their expectations coming into the season. A team on a backup quarterback in Tyler Snoop Huntley, who played like fucking Michael Vick today, and you're telling me Caleb Williams, all he can do, he can't even throw a touchdown? This is the second game in a row with no touchdown passes. Second game in a row where he hasn't had a touchdown pass. Let's be for real. He's thrown 2 interceptions over that course with no touchdowns. And, but his I don't care his completion percentage was 2 points higher than his average. I don't care. I don't care if he got 500 passing yards. He didn't throw a touchdown. They scored 16 fucking points, and they lost the game. And all he can do is throw the dig route. He's throwing the dig route well, but every other route, he can't see them. He can't see routes down the field because he's a midget. He can't see shit. I mean, he's not really a midget, to be honest with you. He's like 6 foot, maybe 5'11". He's got a really strong arm, but the problem is he doesn't know how to use it. I mean, he can't throw deep down the field. He's just not consistently accurate enough to hit those levels of the field. And Ben Johnson's got to come to the realization this isn't someone that you can start. You can't. You have a team that has a defense with the highest turnover differential in the National fucking Football League, and that is your quarterback. A guy who is not making plays. And he's only making plays when the game is over. He made a nice little scramble where he ran around like it was USC and just threw it up there without even looking to a wide open player. Anyone can do that. It takes no skill. He just fucking runs around. You can get any quarterback to fucking do that. It's not something that I consider to be a skill play because the game was already over by then. It was fucking 16 or whatever the fuck it was. And the game was over. Then in my 2 scores, there was like a minute left. The game was fucking over. And he threw a floating pass to a wide open player, running around like a chicken with no head. So congrats. I guess if that's your moral victory for Caleb Williams, if you're a Caleb Williams defender, then good on you. You can defend him because of that one pass. You can defend him because of the 3-4 nice looking passes he had the game, but ignore all the shit throws, all the overthrows, all the missed players down the field. You can ignore the interception, which cost his team the game. You can ignore every bad play he made in this game, how he refuses to play on time, on schedule, how he holds on to the ball. Ignore every problem he has that makes him a backup at best. And just, cast that all aside and defend him based off a couple plays, because that's what people have been doing for over a year now, is they look at a couple plays, they think, okay, this is who he is, and they don't actually, watch the full product. They don't watch what he's putting on the film here. He is such an erratic quarterback. Oh, but he had a high. What was his complete? I don't even care. You know what? I don't even care to look what his completion percentage was. It was probably 62, 63, which is below average. And people say, oh, apparently he had to go for himself 70 completion percentage. Dude, you're not that accurate. You're not good. You're setting lofty expectations for yourself, and then you're surprised when you suck. And obviously, he still can't read coverages. And this is a defense, this is an offense that's going to be designed for the quarterback to be able to read coverages. And he's not good enough to read a coverage, and it's just showing. Once again, against the worst defense. When it comes to points allowed per game in the National Football League, he was fucking clueless out there. Did not throw a touchdown, did he run for a touchdown? I don't even fucking know, I forgot. I don't think he ran for a touchdown. He had a couple nice scrambles, but once again, just because you can run doesn't mean you're a good quarterback, right? That's just not the fucking case. And I agree with the Bears fans, some of the diehard Bears fans. There needs to be serious conversations about this guy. If they miss the playoffs with the defense playing, now the defense didn't play good, then once again, they made Snoop Huntley look like fucking Michael Vick out there, which is just embarrassing, but that just goes to show when they're not forcing a bunch of turnovers, they're a shit defense. That's just facts. Like, when they don't force a turnover, they have the worst defense in the NFL. But when they're forcing turnovers, they're fucking great, right? And obviously, you can't force 3 turnovers a game. It's not sustainable. And eventually, that was going to come back to bite them. And this Baltimore team, they wanted to win this game. They needed to win this game. And Lamar's going to be back next week, probably. So maybe the Ravens have a little bit of hope. But for the Bears, you're 4-3. But it's the fakest 4-3 I've ever seen. Once again, all the games you've won have been because you forced 3+ turnovers. One of those was just the luckiest fucking game I've ever seen against Washington, where Caleb played like such trash the whole fucking game. I mean, he was just fucking awful, and they won. People glazed him as a QB1. He's the franchise. He's the face of the franchise. He's the future. I mean, he's the future backup. He's fucking awful. This guy can't do basic things. Oh, but he could throw the dig route. Congrats. He could throw the first read on a play action. I've never seen a quarterback that can only throw to his first read. I mean, I've seen quarterbacks like that, right? But someone who is so bad past his first read, someone who's so inaccurate, has no timing past his first read. Does he? I really believe that he doesn't practice. There's no way. I know he does, but let's just be honest here. I'm trying to over-exaggerate for the fucking video, boys. He has no chemistry with any of his wide receivers. He has none. Literally zero. And we don't want to talk about that grounding, which costed them 3 important fucking points during the course of this game at the end of the first half. Stupid grounding, doesn't throw it near anybody. Just stupid. Just fucking stupid, man. Just idiotic. You can't be doing that. I don't care if you're in your first start or in your fucking 100th start. That's not a mistake a quarterback who is employed to play in the National Football League should ever be making. And then he throws it underneath on the next play, and they have to do the fire drill to get the kicking team out there, and of course the kick is no good. What did you think was going to happen? They were going to magically get 3 fucking points out of that because you threw underneath. You threw a 3-yard fucking throw with no timeouts. The lack of football IQ also is astounding from this fucking scrub. He doesn't understand basic situations, down and distance, time, clock, play clock, anything. What the defense is doing, what their play call even is. He doesn't even know his own team's fucking plays. I mean, it's just, it's an embarrassing look. It goes to show he might not have the work ethic to do this, man. I don't think, from the last 3-4 games, he has not looked like a starter. There's no way you could say, well, this is a starting quarterback. He's not even, it's a Ben Johnson offense, and he's not even throwing a touchdown per fucking game. Oh, but he threw 4 touchdowns, or whatever the fuck it was, against the Cowboys, who have the most trash secondary in the National Football League. Good on you. You could throw 4 touchdowns against the most cream puff fucking team, defense in the NFL. Good. You should be able to fucking do that. But when you're playing a team, and it wasn't even like Baltimore had a pulse. Baltimore has Zachary Orr, the worst defensive coordinator in the fucking league. A defense that, once again, is not playing up to expectation. And this is how you fucking play. You go out there and you lay an egg. And you lose a game you should have won. And you can only imagine how bad it would have been if Lamar was fully healthy. They would have probably lost by 30 fucking points. I mean, it would have been belt to ass. It would have been embarrassing. I would have been sitting here screaming the whole fucking video. But I'm not going to do that. I've been known what Caleb Williams is, what his game is at quarterback. He's such an inconsistent, erratic passer, can't read defenses, turns it over in crucial moments, lacks any sort of awareness, football IQ, chemistry with receivers, clearly has no fucking work ethic whatsoever. This is the finished product, folks. This is what you're going to get halfway through the season, where you should have at least, halfway mastered this Ben Johnson system designed to be super quarterback friendly, but still, needing to be able to read a coverage. He can't do it. He can't run this system effectively. I mean, you've got to see what you have in the backup, right? Like, I know Bajan's horrible. He's probably going to play worse than Caleb, but just one game. If you lose the game, you put Caleb back in the next game. I mean, come on, please, do something. You can't fucking win with this guy. You can't win. You can't win with this guy. It's been proven you can't win with a quarterback like this in the NFL. Yet here we are. We're doing this again. We're doing this whole thing where we're hyping up a great college quarterback who just didn't have the fucking makeup of an NFL quarterback, who was known for not being able to read a coverage, running around, throwing his first read every fucking play. I mean, against glorified high school scrub players, playing for Hofstra in fucking San Jose fucking State. Just trash teams that have never produced a high-level player in the NFL ever. So, you're playing these shit teams and you're stat padding and you look so great, right? And then you get to the NFL, it's a different game. And even then, he's getting all day to throw, and this is what he's doing with it. Could you imagine any average starting quarterback in the NFL? Put Sam Darnold in this offense. Sam Darnold would be throwing for 300 yards a fucking game. The Bears would be undefeated. They'd have the best team in the whole fucking league. I mean, they'd be amazing with an average. Well, Sam Darnold's not played average, but, I think he's a pretty, above average quarterback. If you put Darnold in that fucking offense, he would be the best he would have the best stats of any quarterback in the fucking league. And Caleb Williams is just, he's failing so hard. And you could say, you got to give him more time, or, well, come on. 20 plus starts. 30 something starts in college. That's 50 games in his, career from college to the pros. You know what he is. This is who he is. This is, you need to give a quarterback, you don't need to give a quarterback 4 years to know he sucks, all right? You know he sucks now. You need a quarterback. It's that simple. The Bears need a quarterback. They're a quarterback away from being a Super Bowl contender. Ben Johnson, he's calling great plays, and the plays aren't working. It's making him look stupid because he's rolling with this trash quarterback. Enough of this guy. You know that he is not an NFL quarterback. Great backup, great spot starter, but he doesn't have the ability. He's not cerebral. He doesn't have what it takes mentally to be great in this league. That's all I have to say. Caleb sucks, man. He's just fucking horrible. I mean, he knows it too. You could tell by his body language. He knows he's a fucking scrub, and he has no business being on a field in the National Football League. He's tricked his way into being the first overall pick. What a bust. I mean, seriously. This guy's going to go down as an all-time fucking bust. This guy's horrible, and once again, doesn't belong on an NFL field. Thank you all for watching. This has been Mr. Truth, and this was nothing but the truth.